The people of Earth are different from us, it's true. But ultimately, I believe that's a good thing. They won't necessarily make the same mistakes we did. Not if you guide them, Cal. Not if you give them hope. Embodied within that hope is the fundamental belief in the potential of every person to be a force for good. That's what you can bring them. You will give the people of Earth an ideal to strive towards. They will race behind you. They will stumble. They will fall. But in time, they will join you in the sun, Cal. In time, you will help them accomplish wonders.
We wanted you to learn what it meant to be human first. So that one day, when the time was right, you could be the bridge between two peoples. Look. You can save all of them.
Let there be light. This is how we are from the future. This is how you will become the light of the world as we invoke the sacred imperative together. Let there be light. 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 And the holy light is with us now. And the angels of the Most High are with us now. And they are cleansing your heart and soul of any darkness, any anger, any frustration, any fury, any outrage, and replacing all of that with the love, fortified with the power of justice. For when love and justice are united in your heart and in your soul, it unleashes a power unstoppable in this world. And now this power of love surges through your heart and extends to every soul you are connected to. And through those souls extends to every soul they are connected to. And you are doing the holy work now of anchoring the holy light and the love of God in this world and in the hearts of all of those whom you touch. Now take a moment and reflect on the world as you would have it be, as you would like to see it. All of the injustice, all of the outrage, all of the violence, it doesn't have to be this way. If we can just call in that holy light to work miracles through us and to bring in the infinite love of our Creator into the world. For what the world needs right now is more love. There's just not enough love to go around, and you are a conduit for that love. And that love can surge through you and bless all of the world. Let there be light.
Let there be light. Rand, And glorious evening, divine ones. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have a special evening in store for you guys tonight. This is not the normal format of the show that we're going to be doing tonight. Tonight, I wanted to talk about what I've been talking about for 3 years now is our divine DNA, right? And it's easy to see that we are shifting, all right? Our world is shifting. Those of us who are at a conscious level participating in this great ascension harvest, we are shifting, right? Shifting in our consciousness. We're shifting in the way we try and live our lives. Let there be light. Or in the beginning, the Elohim, which is God. It's actually Elohim is plural for God. Said, let us make man in our own image. Let us make light. We are light. We are beings of light. And as such, we have to figure out as divine angelic humans how to increase our light so that we can prepare our bodies at the cellular level for the great ascension harvest that is around the corner. All right. So tonight I have a special guest. Her name is Tina D'Angelo. Tina D'Angelo is a corporate director with this amazing company that has an amazing technology that utilizes frequency, Tesla technology, again, to help us repair our DNA. And I thought, well, let's bring Tina in and let's do a live show together. Rather than a normal webinar that we would normally do, I wanted to do a live show for you guys. And Tina is a remarkable woman because she has an extensive background in the health and wellness industry, especially when it comes to the medical industry. She's got a very extensive background, which she'll talk to you guys about. But at the end of the day, we have a moral obligation to ourselves to heal our bodies from all the craziness that's around us so that we can prepare ourselves, prepare our families, so that we can be a benefit to our families, be a benefit to our communities in the days that are ahead. And this is not a time, divine ones, to be bogged down with fear, because that's what they want us to do. These entities are wanting to keep you guys in this constant state of fear and anxiety because they know if they do that, you're going to be stuck at the three-dimensional level at a consciousness and vibration, and you're going to miss that opportunity of the great ascension harvest if they can keep you at a lower frequency. So we have the technology to help you with that. So what I'm going to do is bring in Tina D'Angelo. Hi, Tina. How are you? We need to unmute. There you go.
I was just going to say it would help if I muted. I'm amazing. I am just so excited. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to share. I know all of your guests are already at that higher level of education and learning, and I just can't wait to enlighten them even more tonight. So thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming. The video that I played at the beginning, I've shared that a few times over the last 3 years. And it's because it encapsulates myself. I strongly identify to Superman in a lot of different ways. All right. And most importantly, that message is let there be light. That is us. And the brighter we let our light shine forth, the brighter the future we can help other people have too, as well, right?
Yeah, I caught that.
Yes. So I just want to give a quick shout out to some of the people that are here because I always like to do that, acknowledge them. First of all, we have CB's daughter, who is one of our moderators here tonight. Thank you for being here and helping out. Hello, Jamie Frog. Thank you for being here. Betty Shoup, thank you for being here. Michelle Loudenbeck, thank you for tuning in. Steve Kosak, thank you, brother, for being here. Let's see here. Carol Johnson, thank you, Carol, for being here. Now, those are just the people that are participating in the live comments. There are more people watching that don't participate in the live comments, and that's okay. So anyways, What I want you to do is please share with us this next trends, this next trend when it comes to health and wellness, right?
Yeah.
We are all about frequency-based products, frequency-based technologies that are out there. Some work, some don't. More don't than actually do. There's a lot of
Right.
hype out there.
Exactly.
But we actually are not doing that. What we have is a very solid base science, and a very more evenly solid based company backing it as well. And we're new. We've only been here in
Yeah.
North America for 3 years.
Mhm.
So we're relatively the new kids on the block as it relates to this part of the world. So go ahead and take it and run. Go right
Okay.
ahead, Tina.
I love that. So I actually have prepared a slide presentation. I'm a very visual learner. I believe seeing, is believing. So let me just click on that. There we go.
There you go.
Perfect. So I'm just going to take it away. How about that? And I'm going to talk really,
Go
really
right
fast
ahead.
because I know we've got a lot
Okay.
of information to cover tonight. ELias wanted to make sure you guys got it all. Even though we could talk about different subjects, like a whole nother presentation, right? There's just so
Absolutely.
much. But I just want to say, welcome. After tonight or after this presentation, I really truly believe you'll never take supplements the same again. So I'm going to introduce you to the world's first anion DNA drops. And I'm sure some of you guys know what an anion is. So a little bit about me. A lot of people want to know why this lady, why Tina D'Angelo. I don't even know who she is and what she's about. I am a busy wife and mom of 4, right? Crazy. So I have many, I wear the busy badge, right? So I am constantly trying to find things that I can do in the nooks and crannies of crazy hectic life, because that's all I have. I am a healthcare professional. I have actually almost 25 years of experience, and I specialize in medical imaging, which is basically all areas of radiology, CT, MRI, angiography, X-ray, right? My specialty area is diagnostic medical sonography, which I absolutely love. I love looking inside of bodies. I have looked inside of thousands upon thousands of people's organs or blood vessels, all the things, right? And I've taught it. I was a clinical advisor at some local colleges for 18 years. So anatomy, physiology, organ systems, disease process, they are really near and dear to my heart. But I come from a broken healthcare system, which we all know, and it doesn't work anymore. I love helping people, but I can't help people anymore in that system, which led me into certain areas in my life with holistic healing, because I couldn't doubt what I was seeing inside of bodies. Super fascinating. I also I'm a lover of beauty, right? Skincare. Of course, we don't want to, we want to age gradually, gracefully, right? So I actually had my first little success in a skincare company, which I actually bring all of that over here, which we're going to talk about, because we are going to talk about an all natural organic beauty line, which I can't get enough about. I had quick success here. I only work part-time, crazy, right? 6-figure income earner right off the get-go. Number 3 in the USA. Only my business partners who make $1 million a year are number 1 and number 2. I'm ranked 11 in the entire company. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more. We are a global company. And then, of course, I work with the U.S. Mastermind. I got the Beauty Educator Award for the entire company in 2022. They consider me the product expert. I travel, I speak. Yeah, that's a little bit about me. So I am a natural introvert, believe it or not, which just goes to show you how I've really had to push myself out of my comfort zone to really get out there and share, because I am super, super passionate. And when you're super passionate about something, you can't keep it to yourself, right? But it's fulfilled a purpose in me that I never knew I had. So just thank you for taking the time to just listen to what I am so passionate about and what I know ELias is so passionate about, since he found this incredible innovation in technology. So let's get right into it, right? Absorption is the key. We all know our bodies are cells, right? That cellular level, we're only as good as the amount of nutrition or nutrients our cells can uptake and use, right? But unfortunately, we have to go through something we call the slow, sluggish digestive system, right? It's just our human body, right? We got to fight against it sometimes, where everything that we put in our mouth, as far as pills, capsules, shakes, food, right? It has to go through the stomach acids. It has to go through the small intestine, a large intestine, right? It takes up to 24 to 36 hours to fully digest what you put into your body. And at the end of the day, we know that's just coming right out the toilet, right? We see that expensive pee, right? When you take your supplements and it's changing the color of your urine, that means your body really isn't absorbing anything. We're lucky if we're getting 20 to 40% absorption. And then you throw in things like genetic variants, right? Which play on our DNA, like MTHFR, if you're familiar with that gene variant. It's one of the most studied gene variants out there currently, where more than half the population has one form of it. That means you can't methylize or absorb your minerals and vitamins through the gut, right? It's leading to so many problems, not only through our digestive system, but the fact that our food source, right, it's been modified, our soils have been depleted. And we can go down that rabbit hole, right? We know our food, especially over here in the USA, North America, is crap, right? Like, it is not the same food our parents and our grandparents had. So instead of going through the slow, sluggish digestive system, what if we could have what we call instant gratification nutrition? If you're not familiar with the product, it's in a lozenge form. I think it tastes like a Jolly Rancher. It's delicious. It's molasses and beets, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But you pop this lozenge in your mouth. The minute it hits the mouth, the mucous membranes, it's absorbing right into those glands, which goes right to the bloodstream and right to the cell. And it's able to cross the cell barrier, which we're going to talk about again in a minute. But this is like an IV of nutrition. Submucosal is at the highest absorption rate possible. It's better than your subdermal, your sublingual, right? This is like immediate health benefits and nutrition right to the cell. It's so delicious. It's so easy to consume. People are just going crazy over it, right? Because we literally do not have to swallow pills anymore. So people want to know, like, okay, what's this anion, right? Where does this part come in? And I know you guys are probably even at probably a higher level of learning when it comes to some of this natural frequency or that comes from nature. Well, a lot of people were like, well, I don't get it, right? So I always just go back to Nikola Tesla. He was a genius, right? 150 years ago, he actually discovered and proved these anions, which we also call them as negative ions, right? He proved they exist. And that was through his work with alternating current, right? Even medical imaging is based on his technologies. MRI, magnetic resonance, right? Ultrasound, right? It all comes from cellular frequency, right? So every cell in our body emits a frequency. And you're going to have good, healthy cells, right? And you're going to have different types of cells. Once that cell changes, right, becomes diseased or deficient in something, it changes its frequency, right? So why are we talking about all this, right? Because 150 years ago, he discovered that negative ions are nature's largest free radical defense. A cell changes when it's introduced to a free radical change. Cancer, right? Cancer cells are the largest free radical change our body can go through, right? Doctors know that the cure for cancer, the cure for most of these diseases is in our own DNA, right? They just can't figure it out, right? So these negative ions, they come from lightning, right? And people don't realize that lightning If we didn't have it, there would be no balance in the earth, the electrical field of the earth and the atmosphere, right? It's really important to have that natural balance of frequency. Lightning cleanses and rebirths the earth, right? It hits the soils, the rocks, the plants. It gives our life source, right? Organisms, right? Its natural ability to have all those amazing benefits, right? Waterfalls, trees, right? Grounding, people get it, right? The soil, you're putting your feet on the soil, right? You're trying to get that natural, good energy, the negative ion energy that your cells need and crave, right? We know that we're living in a society of positive ion poisoning, right? The UV rays, 5G, pollution, right? These things, cell phones, right? We know we can't get away from it, right? But what if you had these amazing negative ions in every single one of our product? So it's going to help with sleep, stress relieving, energy increasing, reduces pain, reduces inflammation, right? The root cause of all disease processes come from inflammation. Anti-aging, right? It's just so amazing what our cells are craving. We're just not able to get right to the cell. So I'm going to introduce you to something called the Acumullit SA. This is high-tech, high-energy science. I believe ELias has probably talked about it quite a bit. This is what gets people most excited. So this is a technology they created over 15 years ago. It actually came out of Italy. It was 5 Italian scientists who realized that plants crave, right? They're the perfect conductors for this negative ion energy. So they basically took Nikola Tesla's discoveries, it's quantum physics of these negative ions, and they said, you know, once you pick a plant, right, it's dead. It no longer has this life force. In fact, they've done studies where you can show the auras that are coming off of these plants, right? And the minute you pick it, it dies, it diminishes. Why would you want a dead, crushed up plant that you have to swallow, that you have to digest, that's sitting on a shelf? Our supplement industry is so loosely regulated, they don't even care if it has fillers. They can put anything on the ingredients. Our standards here in the USA, bad, right? Eastern European, Europe, right? They get it, right? They have these standards that are so above us. So what they did is they actually said, what if we could extract the nanoparticle form, which is actually the DNA, the blueprint, the life source of that plant? If we could get that, it would have the most potency, all the minerals, the vitamins, the macros, the micros, the phytonutrients, the antioxidants, all the things that our cells need as far as nutrients, right? But we got to get it to the cell, right? So by infusing, creating a lightning storm while they're extracting these nanoparticle life forces of these botanicals, and then they're infusing it inside of this lozenge, right? It's just caramel and beets because it needs a glucose base, right? Because glucose comes, the natural organic glucose comes from fruits and vegetables. Your cells need it to complete that ATP cycle. It's energy, right? Again, all these pieces of the puzzle, it just makes so much sense. And so when you pop that in your mouth, those nanoparticles are so minuscule, goes right into the mucous membranes, and that negative ion energy is crossing the cell barrier. But get this, plant DNA and human DNA are a perfect match. So you don't even need to know what your cells are going to do with it, what genetic variants you have. It's going to go in, and it's smart, and it's going to find the deficiencies in those change cells that are misfiring, right? Have the change in the frequency, even in your own genetic code. So this is where my brain just went, because I have been studying this, and I actually did a bunch of work in nutrigenomics where we were trying to customize formulas based on DNA reports, right? It's so far gone. Like, I really believe we have the most innovative technology as far as supplementation, nutrition, nutrients. I can never go back to swallowing pills again. In fact, I don't. Nobody in my family does. And I'm going to share more about that in a minute, but I want to move on to some other things, right? The right company makes a difference. I talked about this. We have like 30 different certifications. They're all there if anyone wants to look at it. All natural, non-GMO, gluten-free, no artificial sweeteners. We're kosher and halal certified. ISO 9001, ISO 22000. This makes our product beyond organic. This means it's better than growing your own food. We do have FDA registration because they knew that was important. It took them almost 2 years. We are considered whole food botanicals with the FDA in the USA, and then also they have certification in Health Canada. But for me, the kosher and halal is like it doesn't even matter that they're FDA registered, in my honest opinion, but they are. So let me ask this question, because I think a lot of people will agree with me. People are overfed and undernourished. Do you think that's a true statement? Right? We have so much food. We have fast food. We have so much food here. Our grocery stores, Costco, like we have so much food, but we're dying on the inside. Our cells are undernourished, right? If you walked into a grocery store nowadays, you could pick any aisle, right? Probably 80-70% of that food didn't even exist 50 to 60 years ago, right? Not that long ago. Neither did 80 to 90% of our diseases, right? There's a direct correlation of what is our cells needing as far as nutrition. So it's leading to so many of these health symptoms and concerns. I'm sure yourself or someone you know has one of these, right? It's a pandemic of symptoms. I don't know anyone that doesn't have something like this. There is a better solution. So I'm going to go over some of our 18 different products really, really quick, because I can't just pick one. They're all amazing. I'm not going to go over the botanicals. If you know your herbs, right? Your plants, your leaves, your roots, right? Just take a look at what they put in these. And again, this is not the fleshy part. This is the nanoparticle DNA life source, right? There's no allergens, no stimulants, no side effects, no overdosing, because guess where all that comes from? It comes from the breakdown of the fleshy part proteins that go through your digestive system, right? It's amazing. We don't even have to worry about that. We actually have 8 peer-reviewed published white papers that actually state that there's no known side effects. So these are a daily collection. We have 8 of them. They're so crazy affordable. I can't even believe it. GRW is for natural immune support. It was voted #1 immune product in 2020 internationally. Okay. Remember, that was a really bad year. That was a pandemic year where everyone was worried about immunity. How many people would have loved to know about this product, right? Well, we have it. It also helps not with only like general immunity, colds, flus. It helps with people who have autoimmune disorders, because people with autoimmune, their body's immune response is imbalanced. So it's attacking itself, right? So this just brings everything in balance. If it's something too high or too low, it just brings it right in balance where it needs to be. RLX is for mental calmness and relaxation. This is great for anxiety, sleep. Oh my gosh, anxiety is insane. I got a testimonial the other day from somebody who, they were a veteran, right? PTSD. They were really, really struggling. The person actually called somebody and said he was suicidal. He didn't want to be here anymore. She got in her car, drove an hour, and handed this box of RLX and said, please start taking this right now. And within 20 minutes, he turned to her and he goes, thank you for saving my life. Because that product, he said, all of a sudden, all those feelings of suicide went away, right? How many people are we possibly could be helping, right? Great for kids with ADHD, right? It also puts your brain into it just calms down. So there's no sleepiness, but at night you can't calm your brain down, right? People have a hard time sleeping. This puts your brain into that natural relaxation state, so you just could fall asleep, go into REM sleep, right? REM is where all your reparative processes happen. People aren't dreaming anymore because they're not getting REM. People are getting 10 hours of sleep and they're exhausted. We are a society, not getting enough sleep, it affects weight, mood, anxiety, a host of problems, right? Sleep is so important. GTS is for strength and stamina. This is a great pre-workout. If instead of grabbing a caffeine drink or energy drink, try a GTS, right? I have a lot of nurse friends who are really long shifts in the hospital, including myself. It just gets them over that hump. I have people that take this before lifting heavy weights, and they say they can actually lift much heavier weights because of this, right? Plant power. It's amazing. Norm is another really favorite. Is short for normal, which this normalizes blood glucose. So imagine all your friends who are pre-diabetic, type 1, type 2, right? My brother-in-law is a pharmacist, right? An MD pharmacist. He said during the pandemic, they weren't able to get insulin. They were running out of medications. Could you imagine if you didn't have your medications and how, if you were so dependent on it, right? NRM, you can take your numbers, like let's say it was high, like in, over 200s, pop 1 or 2 of these M in, right? Wait 15, 20 minutes and people are like watching their numbers drop. I just had another amazing testimonial on this one. Someone's mom whose sugars were like crazy high, like almost 300s, right? She started taking this like 2 or 3 times a day around meals, because that's usually when your blood sugar spikes. I just heard back that in 2 weeks, her blood sugar has been lower than it's ever been. Like it's in normal range. They cannot believe it. That's the thing. It's accumulative, right? It's nutrition. So the more you cells get, the better it gets, right? It's not a miracle pill. It's not a one-time said and done. This is nutrition. It's like eating, and your cells constantly need a stream of it. Really great appetite suppressant, and also helps with metabolism. So we have our pain relievers, Slide and Stop. Slide is an anti-inflammatory, so it's going to help with muscles, ligaments, joints. I kind of compare this one to ibuprofen. So I just say whatever's in your medicine cabinet, we have something to replace it, basically. My medicine cabinet looks like a craft container of drops. That's what my whole family knows what they need, and everyone just goes and gets it. Stop is for general pain. This is like your Tylenol. So this is going to be like headaches, cramps, right? Sometimes you don't know where the pain's coming from. So I always say it's great to take both, or, take more than one. Would you only take one ibuprofen if you're a grown man? No. Think about it, right? Just be smart about how you're using the product, but you really can replace all of those chemical Band-Aids, right? Chemical Band-Aids, that's all they do. They just mask a symptom. They don't do anything to heal and repair it. And guess what? All the cells around it are freaking out, and that's where your side effects come from. So you're confusing your body, right? And then, of course, you can lead into all other things. I know there's a lawsuit right now with Tylenol. Do you know why? Because they said it was safe for pregnancy. And now they've linked it to autism and a lot of these other things of women that were taking it, and they were promoting it. Our country is so backwards, right? They tell you it's safe until it's deemed not safe, right? That's the craziest thing. Power, these are hormonal supports. There's one for women and men. I love that they don't just address the hormones, it's the entire endocrine system. So you can't leave out your thyroid, your pituitary gland, your adrenals. Your adrenals produce cortisol, right? So when you're stressed and you have anxiety and your adrenals are not balanced, you're gaining weight, right? You're feeling tired, you're feeling sluggish, right? Women and men have different hormones. Women have progesterone, estrogen, testosterone. We actually have a little bit of testosterone. I bring that in because I want to talk about something on that end. Men have testosterone and also their prostate health. So the botanicals, again, it's not a medicine. It's not going to change you into a man or a woman, right? These are just targeting certain areas in our body that it helps balance. I personally have PCOS, which is called polycystic ovarian syndrome. And I used to get a migraine every month, like clockwork, right? And my doctor said, I'm sorry, there's like nothing we can do. We used to fight it, like heavy cramps, irregular cycles, acne, adult acne. If you know what I'm talking about, women, you know. I started taking Power every day, and I have not had a migraine in almost 3 years. Life-changing for me. My symptoms are completely gone. My skin cleared up, like no cramps, cycles like clockwork. I can't say enough. Life-changing for me. But I also take the Power Lemon because with my testosterone's high, because my adrenals produce too much testosterone. So women, it's a really good idea to take both. Men, maybe just double up on the Power. But we're talking about energy. I felt it immediately. Boost of energy, natural libido. I have naturopath and integrative health doctors who are just telling me these two have been life-changing. Men with ED. I mean, again, I can't even make this stuff up, but again, it just comes back to natural nutrition.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have our premium collection. Again, just a little bit higher price point, depending on the blends and what they do. ALTs for allergies. This is seasonal allergies. All those botanicals are natural decongestion. I mean, you can go Google it if you want. I'm not lying. It helps with itchy, watery eyes, anything allergy related, pet dander. I have one lady whose son was like, couldn't even pet the cat, was so sad because he loved the cat. Now he's totally fine around the cat, right? He just takes ALT every day. If instead of getting your cold and flu medicines, right, your kids, right, not good. Don't give them that stuff. Give them ALT. It has the same benefits, just in an all natural form. It's berry flavor, so the kids love it. I actually gave it to my sister's dog. So do you know we can actually give these to pets? My sister's dog got into something in the backyard, and he probably allergies, is Boston Terrier, and he broke out in massive hives all over his body. He was having a difficult time breathing. You could really tell he was suffering. It was a Sunday night. They were going to take him to the emergency vet. I just happened to come over for whatever reason, right? Maybe it wasn't coincidence. But I said, what's going on with your dog? And she was telling me, and I said, do you have ALT? And she goes, yeah. So we just dissolved a couple drops in a small amount of water. I started syringing it in his mouth, threw it in the dog water. And I was like, just give it I had to run off to work. That's what I was. I was on my way to work. I said, just let me know what happens in about 20, 30 minutes. She, no lie, sent me a picture of her dog about 40 minutes later, laying in the dog bed. Well, it's gone. Like that quickly. Wow. She couldn't even believe it. She was like, oh, that couldn't be it. I'm like, no, that's what it does. Awesome. Yeah. Ice. I've had people join me on the spot, like even one, business partner, like join me in business because of this one product. Works 5 minutes. Heartburn, indigestion, nausea, vomiting. My daughter had a little tummy issue this morning. I think she ate something bad. One ice, MLS, and Grow, and like good as new, like a couple hours later. It's crazy what these do. But again, this one's the one that made my husband a believer because he was a skeptic until he had really bad heartburn one night. And I gave him that and he was like, no way. And it didn't come back. That's the thing. We threw away the Pepto and Tums years ago, right? That stuff is just, again, it's going to come right back, right? You're not going to help the upper digestive system, acid reflux, all those things that are happening down there at the cellular level. HRT is great for healthy heart, blood circulation, blood clotting disorders, too thin blood, right? I have people who are anemic and then the other way, and it just brings it right into normal balance. And I know you have a really great testimony on that one, Elias.
Mm-hmm. I absolutely do. I've been dependent on Eliquis for quite a few years, and because I had blood clot disorder issues from some trauma I sustained to my leg some years ago. And when I started taking the heart back in the, I think it was the 3rd week of June, I have not had to take another dosage of the ELias blood thinner at
Yeah.
all, at all. Not only that, not only is it controlling that factor, it's regenerating the circulation in the leg is being restored or repaired somehow. It's working because even the hair is growing back on my leg where I had the blood clots at itself. And that is a
Wow.
prime indicator that there is circulation or new circulation happening in that extremity, because hair
Yeah.
will not grow if there's no circulation, if there's poor circulation at all, because the capillaries, everything will be affected
Yep.
by it. Won't happen. And
Yeah.
it's working amazingly.
Yeah. I can't, again, and how did that ELias make you feel? Because my husband was on it. First
Hated
of all,
it.
$400 a month prescription. I don't know who can afford that, but
Crazy.
how did it make you feel? I'm sure there was some crazy side effects.
Yeah, well, it depends too. Like some days I'd feel lethargic and just no energy at all. And then some days I was bloated. I know that I would be bloated off of it quite a bit as well. Um, and I was taking 5 milligrams twice a day. That's what I'd been taking. And I don't know if it was truly helping me as much as they say or claim that it was helping me. I didn't see it. It seemed like my leg was getting worse. It wasn't like stable. It seemed like it was getting worse. It was just getting worse. The colorization in that lower extremity, the leg
Yeah.
was starting to get, colored more. I could tell that yeah, it's just like every other day, it seemed like there was some type of different wonkiness that was going on, and I just got tired of it. Yeah. Now, I have to say this. Initially, they put me on the rat poisoning first, the Coumadin first. That had some horrific side effects because
Yeah.
that's arsenic in that stuff.
Yeah.
That's what it
That's
is.
bad.
It's straight up poison.
It's cheap, but it's bad.
It
Yeah.
is. And the thing that I
Yeah.
liked about ELias was just that I didn't have to watch my vitamin K intake, so I could eat salad and leafy greens and stuff like that and not have to test my blood to make sure I was still, in my area. But I am so grateful.
Yeah.
Honestly, Tina, I am grateful to be off that crap. I
I
can
know.
feel my
Once you
life.
know, you know. It's hard to
Yeah,
go back.
once you know, you know. It's
Yeah.
amazing. It's
And
absolutely amazing.
my 82-year-old stepdad, he had a quadruple bypass. He actually shared at one of our events that we had recently. You wouldn't even believe he's 82. He loves the product. He's off all of his heart meds because of this product. His one blood pressure medication was making his blood pressure too low. So even his doctor's like, whoa, what are you doing? Showed him. He's like, I'm taking you off. You don't need it. Right. So again, it's just amazing when we give ourselves the right nutrients at a cellular level, what our bodies are capable of doing.
Absolutely.
We do have a few more, so I'm going to get through them, I promise. HPR, thank you for sharing, though. I know that's the best part, and I know we have some people in the comment section that are also sharing. I'm kind of looking at it, and I'm like, wow, it never gets old. It never gets old. HPR is for HEPR. That's your liver. So this is a gentle detox. This is natural elimination. So this is one thing I'm a big proponent of because our liver can take a beating, right? It's our big filter organ, right? Every bit of blood has to go through the liver. So anything that you take into that bloodstream, it's going to affect the liver. But here's the thing is you're never going to fill the liver until it's too late. I have seen the craziest things in people. I see 17 and 18-year-olds with fatty liver disease because they're eating too much fast food, right? All that fat cannot be methylized or break down. It sticks in your liver. This is what we call elevated liver enzymes, fatty liver disease, high cholesterol. You guys are killing yourselves. And then it backs up into the gallbladder and causes gallstones, right? And those don't go away. Once you have them, you have them. And then it affects the pancreas because it's all related. And your pancreas cannot produce insulin correctly. This is why type 2 diabetes is like probably the biggest disease right now. And they're actually finding it's more autoimmune related as well. But your pancreas also produces your digestive enzymes, right? Your digestive enzymes are what help break down your food, right? So again, I'm a big proponent, HPR every single day. You got to have it to keep all of that just functioning and normalizing. But then we lead into MLS, right? So the liver and the pancreas and the gallbladder are help with the gut, right? The healthy gut. So this is, again, all these botanicals on MLS, this stands for multispectrum, is these are all natural prebiotics, every single one. So we need our gut to have this healthy natural biome, right? Because if the biome's healthy, then it can help, with proper digestion, right? So if you take a probiotic, right, I get it, right? I do take one pill, I should say. It's a probiotic. You can get it from your sauerkraut, kimchi, all the things. But most people don't get enough probiotic naturally. It's a fermented process. You're never going to have a probiotic come from nature. But take your MLS every day. You've got the pre, take your pro. The pro feeds off the pre. If you're taking a probiotic without a prebiotic, you're basically just, yeah, it doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. You need that healthy gut biome. But here's the kicker, is that up to 90% of your serotonin is produced in your large intestine. And there's a direct blood supply, an artery and vein, the vagus artery and vein, that goes from the large intestine to the brain. So a lot of our mental health, depression, anxiety comes from our guts, right? And this was really important to me because my oldest son is high functioning autistic. He's 24 years old. This is what got my mama heart hurting. When I saw them put my son at 7, 8, 9 years old on all these medications to stabilize his mood, to make him focus in school, all these things, it turned him into a zombie. I saw psychotic episodes. The kid is tall. I'm really tall. He was a big kid. He stopped growing for an entire year because they were killing him. And I got him off all the medications. I started looking at holistic. Okay. He started growing again. He started, there was a lot of coping. There was a lot of ups and downs. I'm not going to lie. Got him on these products 3 years ago. Started thinking I needed to put him on some of our other products like Brain, RLX, cognitive. No, he needed HPR, MLS, and the Power for Men. He's a completely night and day different person. It was always his gut. His brain was fine. It was his gut. And if people on the spectrum, they usually have really bad gut issues like IBS, Crohn's. I'm pretty sure he has Crohn's, even though we haven't tested for him, but it's completely under control. So again, I have to keep saying these are truly life-changing, not only for myself, but why would I even want to keep them secret when I know what they've done for myself and so many other people? Our elite collection, we have 4, and then we have one new one, which I'm going to introduce. BRN, again, brain. This is mental concentration, memory, brain fog, right? All the things. We've had some amazing testimonials on people with Alzheimer's, dementia symptoms, nonverbal kids. This is like basically food for your brain. In fact, I've had a lot of discussions. I don't want to say arguments, but discussions with brain health doctors that say there's nothing out there that can cross the blood-brain barrier. I said, oh, no, there is. And it's called this. And I'm telling you, because again, it comes from that cellular level, those negative ions that are allowing the nutrition to cross into the nucleus, right? Where all of our DNA is held, our mitochondria, where all of the ATP energy cycle is happening, right? Again, we have to go back to cellular biology. I have a friend whose brother is in a nursing home, and he pretty much was almost comatose. So she started breaking these down in little bits of water and things like that. And they started feeding it to him, and he started becoming more alert, right? Then now he's starting to say words. He's talking again. And now they even found him getting out of his bed. Like the nurses are like, oh my gosh, So now she's got all the nurses on the product because they saw what he was to where he is now. And this has just been a few months, right? It's only going to continue to get better and better. BTY is short for beauty, right? All the collagens, right? Everything's the rage, anti-aging, anything you can do. We know that beauty comes from the inside out, right? It shows when we're healthy, it radiates in our skin, our hair, our nails, our lashes. The only thing is that there's massive confusion and hype when it comes to collagen. Very expensive. They know that people will pay anything for beauty, right? But there's 5 different types of collagen. It's all very confusing. Again, you're not absorbing it correctly. What if by taking one of these strawberry lozenges, your cells know exactly which types of collagen you need, right? It produces it naturally. You don't have to think about it. I've had like the most amazing hair, lashes, skin. The wrinkles around my eyes started to disappear really quickly. Again, I just told you I had a 24-year-old. People see your nails getting really thick and long. That's usually the first sign. Again, it's something you're not going to see immediately, but over time, it just keeps getting better and better. HPY is short for happy. I love that they say enjoy your life to the fullness, because I really believe it's a great one. This is one I suffer from bouts of depression, things like that. It runs in my family. And this is what I needed. It's got the hemp seed, right? Hemp seed does not have THC, but there's some amazing health benefits to hemp, right? It has the ginkgo, the ginger, the devil's claw. I heard that some countries are banning devil's claw, and our USA is actually looking into that. I don't, because of like some allergens or something with it, or stimulants or something like that. I just feel like it's crazy that people want to take this good nutrition away from you, right? This one helps with anxiety, depression, women's menstrual pain, cramps, really good testimonials on addiction. I have some cousins, we're struggling with alcohol and smoking, and it helped them. I have a friend who's 9 months sober. And she says it's all because of this product. She's just struggled. Air. This is a antiviral. How many people would love an antiviral in their medicine cabinet right now? Anytime you want it, right? Antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal, right? It's infused with all these amazing vitamins that we need, but again, we're getting it more at that cellular level instead of you going on and just buying it and spending hundreds of dollars and just throwing it in. The minute you feel sick, we're taking air, right? It cuts it like that, right? Again, when you're sick, because you're taking things, you're 2 days too late, because it's going to take 2 days for you to even your body to even try to get any of those nutrients, right? This is also for lung health, COPD, COVID, lung, like anything with the lung, right? This actually increases the blood plasma levels in your blood. So that's better oxygenation. So I say ALT for the upper and air for the lower, right? Really great combination for breathing and opening everything up. Wow. And then of course we have, we're starting to get some food products out of Eastern Europe. Again, it's all about healthy convenience, which I love. If you're a coffee drinker, and I just actually found out that America drinks more coffee than any country in the entire world. Who knew? But our coffee is crap. Again, it's full of mold and pesticides. It's making you sick. But there is some natural health benefits to natural, organic, like really good coffee, right? This is a blend of Arabica and Robusta. It comes out of Italy. It's hand-picked. They use a natural freeze-dried process they only use over in Europe. Again, you can get a hot cup of water anywhere. Like, let's just face it, right? It's free, hot water. You put these in your purse. You're traveling. You're just putting them in. Again, crazy, affordable, only $20 wholesale. There's like 30 of them in there. And then we're going to get some more food products that are coming soon. Cereal bars and oatmeal and teas. They have these things called hot teas and immune and all kinds of stuff. And they even have toothpaste. So we're looking forward to bringing some of that stuff over. I think we're going to get some of the teas pretty soon, because that was one that people had requested. And then our most awaited product, when I heard about this company 3 years ago, and I was like a founding member. I remember them telling us, "Oh, just wait, they're coming up with a drop that helps with weight loss." Okay, that was 3 years ago. We just launched it last month, right? That's crazy. They wanted to make sure that it was going to work and it was going to do what it does, and it is working. The number one health concern is weight. But here's the thing is you want weight to be healthy, and the fat that's the hardest to lose is the visceral fat, right? That targets the diabetes, the heart disease. And I've done a lot of research on some of these botanicals. I'm not going to go into all of them. A lot of them are thermogenics. It's going to help with boosting your metabolism, keep you fuller, help with satiety, right? That means people are not getting full quickly enough. It helps with cravings. I used to have these really bad night cravings. I could exercise, do all the things. This one has completely changed everything for me. Brown algae, brown algae targets visceral fat. Like it really does do what it says. And here's the thing is the numbers on the scale, especially for women, because of water and bone and fat and all the things, it goes like this, right? But when you're taking measurements and you get one of those scales that actually calculates body fat, we are just like, people are just dropping. And I'm going to show you some results. So this came from Eastern Europe. They did a bunch of studies over there before they launched it over here. 100% of participants lost weight, right? You do have to take about 3 or 4 a day. So around meal times, of course, right? It's not like, again, a one-time magic pill, but they didn't change anything with what they're necessarily doing, even though we promote healthy habits and healthy lifestyle. But look at the average age. It was 55 to 60, which I think is very interesting because that's an older group. Those are people that have a really hard time losing weight. And they were losing an average of 1 to 3 weeks or 1 to 3 pounds a week. And then we started our own trial last month, and here's my results. And again, I didn't lose like 7 pounds is still good. I'm really tall. I'm 5'10", I have to admit, but I felt it immediately on my first couple of days. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm something. I'm just not as hungry, and those kind of little things. But I lost 4 inches off my waist. Right?
Wow.
Makes sense, right? And I just felt better, and I'm still continuing down that road. I've picked up, I got a new pair of running shoes. It's almost like a boost in your nutrition and fitness game. People have been stalled when you're actually seeing it. And I know health food companies or weight loss companies, they make it so that the minute you go off program or you stop using their food because it's full of soy and hormonal disruptors and all the things, that you're going to gain the weight and then some so that you come back to them. Yeah. Isn't that awful? They purposely do that so that they continue to have you as a customer, and their products are not cheap. These coaching, all this, $300, $400, $500 a month easily. And I don't even want to get started on the Ozempic that's out there.
Is that the shot thing?
Yes, that's probably
is that the injection?
It's going to get banned by the FDA if it hasn't already. It's causing thyroid cancer, gut issues that are the paralysis of the gut, so that you can't move your foods. It's supposed to be for diabetics. And it became all the rage for everyone else to use it. And people want it because people are lazy. They don't want to look at what they need to do. And again, the results were similar. They're only losing 1 to 3 pounds a week, but they just give themselves shots, once a day or whatever like that. So, but it's people just want this quick fix, right? This instant, gratification. And I'm telling you, we have it here, just in the right form, the healthy way to do it. I don't want to gain the weight back. I just want to be healthy and get to where my body says I need to be.
Tina, I have a question.
Sure.
There's one of our associates here, Brenda Steele. She has a question. Which drop helps with edema?
So the one that we have found that works with edema is slide and stop. But I really think it's more of the slide. that helps. And if the edema is related to a circulation issue, which happens, like I'm sure you know, ELias, when you were damaged, some of those, arteries and veins, it makes it so that your legs swell. So if it's related to that, I would also add HRT, but the slide and the stop. Like my stepdad.
That's another thing.
Yeah.
I noticed that. I noticed the edema that I used to have. It's gone. I don't have that anymore.
Yeah,
So,
it's a circulation, but then you've got other people that have nerve or diabetes or
I had severe neuropathy too. I was dealing with neuropathy. They had me on gabapentin for a long time to handle the neuropathy because I couldn't sleep through the night. I would have to get up throughout the night multiple times because it always felt like my leg was on fire. And so I'd get up to get the circulation going and stuff like that, And like I said, amazing.
Yeah, RLX is a really great one. People don't realize RLX is actually like a natural muscle relaxant as well. So it helps with restless leg syndrome. If you have like sciatica, my husband, he has construction, and he's had a lot of bike crashes. So he's got a bad lower back that flares up. And we found that he was trying to do slide and stop and it just wasn't cutting it. But the minute he added RLX, it was like gone. Right. Nice. So it's finding that like combination that, again, don't be afraid to play around. Don't be afraid to double or triple up. In the beginning, your pain is like, it's a chronic state, right? You can't expect one to work. You may need one for maintenance once the underlying issue is addressed, right? But don't be afraid to take more in the beginning. It just makes sense. Somebody had once told me for every year of damage you do to your body, it takes 1 month to repair. Think about all these years, right? And again, I think we're much quicker over here. I wouldn't use that general rule, but think about that. It makes a lot of sense. And I always have people that say, I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do. I want to start my weight loss journey. I want to just get healthy. I love this metabolic reset kit. It's a ton of product, very low price. You save almost $100. And this is everything that your organs need to like reset and balance. You've got your heart, your MLS, your HPR, your norm, your immunity. It has all the dailies, right? Your sleep, your pain, your hormonal, right? The only other one that you might want to add in is like maybe a brain or HPY happy, right? But this is basically like the best way to get started. And I think it's just a little over 300, but I'm telling you, if you bought all those products, and there's 30 in a box. So, if you're taking one a day or doubling up on some of them, it would last you like probably like about a month or so. And you're going to start feeling amazing. And once you feel amazing, then you can just add or take away things as needed. So I'm going to just talk a little bit about the beauty line, if you're okay with that. ELias wanted me to introduce you to this beauty skincare line. It actually comes again out of Europe. It's manufactured and formulated in Germany. Again, I know that there's a lot out there as far as like skincare. This is a European clean skincare. It's got so much innovation. Again, it has the highest European standards of being natural, organic, one line that works for everyone. We have these beautiful sample packs. So if you just want to try it out, I call them a mini facial. I love what they do. It's like genius. They give you an opportunity to kind of experience what it would be like from start to finish, to take care of your skin. And there's enough in there for a couple uses. You can also throw these in your travel bags and you don't even have to pack your skincare, right? That's how we use them a lot of times. So this line is so unique because it's smart, safe, exclusive, and luxurious. Again, I could do a whole presentation on this, but I'm not going to. It's smart because it works with all stages of aging and all types. So it doesn't matter your skin genetics. It doesn't matter if you have oily skin, dry skin, combination skin. It works and everyone gets results because guess what our largest organ in our body is? Skin.
Our skin.
Right? And our skin is just full of skin cells that are like dying and renewing and new skin, right? So what if we could treat our skin like nutrition, right? And I love that that's what they do here. It's safe, meaning we don't use any, anything, any of the nasties, right? No synthetic fragrances. all natural preservatives. The owner's wife actually created the line because she didn't feel safe with the products that she could get even in Europe being pregnant when she was pregnant. So we even have the safety that it's safe for pregnancy, which is very rare. It's exclusive. You're going to find these technologies here in the skincare line. They don't exist in North America. They only come out of Europe. And in this company, it's luxury. It's a luxury line. So it's above your premium brands, your Lancome, Estee Lauder. So we are above that as far as like a luxury line. So you are going to feel and see the difference. These are some ladies, I should say, on my team. I know some of them very, very well. Your skin tells a story, right? Nothing tells you more about how your skin's changing than a before and after. Or if somebody wants to know, we actually have some products that are instant, that you can see instant differences with. But, here we have Julie, she's actually a spa owner. She owns a holistic spa. She has an esthetician that works for her spa. Her esthetician says, I've never seen your skin like this after 1 year of use. So she promotes and sells the product in her business, but now she's got all these other people that are working for her, just validating the amazingness of this product. Joan over here, she's in Canada. She's only used high-end premium products. So she said, no, there's no natural product that could do what my chemical skincare could do. Look at the difference. She said she started working at the décolleté area. The minute she started seeing the changes, she had big like spots, like we get sun damage right here. She had spots, freckles, wrinkles. She had this one big spot. I have a close-up picture of it. It like completely faded in like less than 2 months, right? That's when she knew she had to use all the products, and look at her difference, right? This is someone that has used those really expensive high-end chemical products. Again, melasma, it doesn't matter if you have acne, wrinkles, loss of firmness, whatever it is on your skin that's not taking it back to its natural state, these work. After 25, your skin ages, right? You're on the downward spiral. So even the younger generation is starting to realize that skin, right, is part of your whole healthcare, right? In fact, the skincare industry is just as big as the supplement industry, right? Beauty is big business. These are all current statistics. Sales for skincare grew by 13% last year versus makeup only grew 1%. Right? It's because people are caring more about what's underneath that skin. Maybe it was, we all got on Zoom and we had masked me and all those things, right? We had to like look at ourselves in the mirror. And online retailers are growing massively with skincare, up to 24%. People are turning to social marketing and ads and their friends and recommendations and channels like this. People want to know what you're using, and people are very loyal to their skin care. Once they're hooked, they're like a customer or product user for life. And men have skin too, right? Skincare isn't just for middle-aged women. Men are picking up good skincare regimens. They don't want all these 20 different pieces, and I don't know what works for the what, and this. They just say, give me one line and tell me how to use it, right? That's what I love about it. And older women are aging longer, and they're feeling better. They want to look as good on the outside as they're feeling on the inside. So older women are picking up skincare regimens even as late as 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. So it's a really fun thing to see. And it's something that I'm really excited about that we have here. It's not the bread and butter of the company, but it's just an extra little revenue stream that anyone could tap into. And then again, we have testimonial groups. They're private. ELias can get anyone connected, or we can, start our own. But we have thousands and thousands of people sharing privately about this amazing product and what it's doing. They've had tons of years over in Eastern Europe. Now it's our time to shine, right? So we're just gathering our own experiences. I pulled some of these off of one of our testimonial groups. Janine said she'd taken SLD STP for 11 days, pain-free since 2015. Right. Brenda, she said her blood sugar was 205, put 2 NRM, waited an hour, it went down to 140. Diana said she suffered from heartburn, 30 years, ice, for past few weeks, hasn't had any heartburn flare-ups at all. I couldn't imagine living with heartburn for 30 years. That'd be like pure misery.
Mm-hmm.
So people want to know the company. What's the company? Who's the owners? I don't understand this. What does APLGO mean? It means Accumullit Products Lifestyle, because our Acumullit SA is a whole lifestyle and go for global. So when the company actually decided to expand out of Eastern Europe and Europe, they added that go. Our botanicals are grown in the Mediterranean. Our main distribution centers in Germany, which has like 14 strategically distribution centers around the world. We are in 65 countries and more coming. We're a US-based company, originally founded in Cyprus. We're 11 years old, actually 12 years old next month. We were in a Whisper campaign pre-launch in USA. 2023 is our launch year. You are basically the first people to hear about this. Canada's starting to get up and going. Latin America, South America, Mexico's opening next year. So is Australia, Japan. We're in some of the African countries. The Philippines is taking off like crazy. Philippines has a big diabetes problem. Big. They love that NRM like nobody's business over there. Vietnam, of course, all the European countries are pretty much open and ready to go. So it's going to be a hot market. It's not going anywhere. It's a solid company. Okay, this is not a startup. But here's the thing is we're this exploding company around the world, but nobody knows about us here. It's crazy. We are winning awards on this global international platform. And why wouldn't you want to look at the best compensation? The company has the best compensation plan. You know, why wouldn't you want to look at the top direct company of 2023, a direct selling company, right? And again, you can go to businessforhome.org. Look, APL, if they put it APL space GO, that's how they have us in there. Go look for yourself. Go compare us to any other company or business model out there. We are up, 63 cents on the dollar proven through tax returns, right? This is not like some made up thing. This is all third party validation. And I know that because I've worked in other companies where I got paid nothing. And I'm being paid, I'm doing half the work and being paid 3 times the amount on the exact same revenue. It's crazy. I didn't even think it was possible, but it's a proven solid plan. They haven't changed it again in 12 years. It works. Nobody's ever seen anything like this. What if something was more, right? Maybe we have plan A's, right? But those plan A's we realize are not stable, right? Since the pandemic, people have started to like, oh my gosh, I need a plan B, C, D. Like I need all these additional streams of income, right? People are surviving. Inflation grew by 11% last year, or this year, sorry. That means last year, just to have the same way of living, you have to make 11% more. Nobody's getting 11% raises, right? In my job, I'm topped out in pay. I can't go get a 3rd degree. I don't want to work myself to death. The shrinking middle class, right? All these things, I want to retire, right? 25 years is a long time. My husband's been in his industry for 31, right? I want to spend time with my kids while I can. I want to enjoy those precious moments. I want to dream again. I want to do the things that I said I was going to do, right? I want to make a difference in people's lives. And I know that you guys are probably the audience that are feel the exact same because I know like-minded people find each other. And I know that we're all good-hearted servant people, right? We want to make a difference. And we really can here. 2023 is the year of the side gig economy. Half your friends and family are already looking for a business. You just don't even know they're looking. And women are taking over this industry. More than half of women are now have a side gig or doing something from home or working in the nooks and crannies of crazy hectic life, right? Like I get it. That's what I do. But 80% of those people, they only want to work about 4 hours a week, right? That's doable, right? 4 hours a week, right? But they don't expect to make a ton of money. They only expect to make around $1,000, but $1,000 is life-changing for people. That's their food, right? That's their rent. That's a car payment, right? That's paying off debt, getting them further ahead. It's not a lot of money. And it's like crazy because I have so many people on my team that make a comment in their paycheck. $1,000 is like a drop in the bucket over here. But 80% of people will only want to do it if it's going to make a positive impact on the world.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to just do it to do it. They want to make a difference. They want to do something that brings them purpose. And I feel that this is the right product and company. It is really the best kept secret. Again, I can go over all this. 11 years old, brilliant, right? Can't we agree on that, Elias? Brilliant.
Absolutely.
Patented technology out of Eastern Europe. First to market in 2023. We did over 1 million sales last month just in the USA, and nobody even knows about us. Why wouldn't you want a piece of that pie? This company is on its way to being $1 billion company and brand. If somebody gave you an opportunity to invest in a stock of a company that was going to be $1 billion when it's only in the few hundred million, wouldn't you want to do that?
Absolutely.
That's a pretty good bet. And that's what's happening over here. We have less than 5,000 active associates in the entire USA. And most of them are just getting products at a discount, which we know happens. Our low monthly commitment is only $50. That's crazy in this industry when most people are saying, no, you got to spend $150, $200 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And they found out that our average order that's coming through monthly is $180 a month. That means that when you tell people they only have to do 50, they're doing 3 times as much because they use and want the product. And we're not even telling them because we don't even have auto ships aren't even required, right? Half the products are $25. Again, 63 cents on the dollar, 12 different ways of getting paid, daily pay. Like, can you imagine getting paid every day, all the time, all around the world? Like, I get dings on my email, my phone. I know you know what I'm talking about, Elias. You got paid, you got paid, you got paid.
Yeah.
Like, I got paid like 1,000 times last month. It was all over the place, right? An affiliate side. This is a big deal. How many people would just like to make 30% on their customer orders, right? It's possible. Most affiliates only are making 10, 15, 20%, if that. 30% on the dollar amount. That's a ton of money just on repeat customer sales. Barcodes on our product. I should pull one off, but we actually have barcodes because the company came out was first a resell type of business model, meaning you would have to buy the product, stock it, in the stores, sell it to your friends, right? They kept that, right? It's very small business friendly or storefront friendly. So we have clinics and spas. The sky's the limit. Anywhere you walk in and there's a product to be sold, we're already ready to set up and go, right? We teach them how to get that product below wholesale, and then they can set their price anywhere up to retail. So they're making money twice on their own resale orders. And then again, we have so much growth, so many countries, just like big markets that just not only here in the USA, but like that are coming in the next year or so. So I really believe that this company has it all. We have an amazing support team. We do run promotions like cruises and travels experiences. I went to Egypt. I've been Colombia. I saw the pyramids. I rode a camel. I would have never thought that would have ever happened, ever. I've seen so much and done so much that it just blows my mind. I don't know how to not go back to that, of not, going all those amazing places. We have sample packs that are so easy. You just grab them and they're go. Like you're just handing them out. It has all the information in it. We have nutritional experts like Mary Esther Gilbert, who comes on every month and educates us. And this lady is amazing. She wrote this amazing book, APLGO Product Reference Guide, 500 pages, thousands of medical journals and studies. She found out about this technology and this company and product 2 years before this company even came here, and wrote an entire book on it. It's crazy. I don't know of any companies that have this is like a textbook, like college,
It is.
It's big. And she can't get enough of our product. And we have scientists and we have people from all over that are just validating what we have here. And then again, not all teams are created equal. I have to say, we have one of the best teams with myself and ELias and our business partners, Tina and Kelly. They have created some massive tools, or we're creating massive tools and resources. We have a rapid funnel app just for our team. It's got everything preloaded, surveys. If you can't do business on your phone, right, you don't have a business nowadays, right? Everything's ready there for you to rock and roll. You can even put your contacts. You can even see if people watch videos. You'll get the answers to their questionnaire surveys, everything that you need, landing pages, any product, video, all that in there. And then launching November 2nd, we have an app, again, only created for our team, that's going to be a gamified weight loss accountability app, right? Play the game that transforms bodies. It's a lead generator for those of you who want to be part of the company. How many of your friends would love to just download an app and play a game with you about doing some certain things every day that they just have to do healthy habits, right? One of those things is take a nutritional weight loss supplement. We have one of those, right? And they get to be rewarded by the creator of the app, they'll win prizes. This creator of this app said the last time they did this, they had so many leads. They had thousands and thousands of leads. They just were handing them out to people in the company because they couldn't keep up. They were giving away Pelotons and gym equipment and all. It's crazy. And we are doing that with a weight loss product that's candy. Think about it, or it tastes like candy. Take candy, lose weight, play a game with me, drink your water, do some movements, watch a motivational video, all the things. And they say that it takes 44 days to create a habit. That's why it's called Score 44. And so that's what they're trying to do, is they're trying to keep just people having fun and staying accountable. So next week, be on that call. We have 12 different ways of getting paid. If you are in the industry and you understand compensation plans, this may be very interesting to you. I'm just going to let you know, if you're not, it's very, very generous. It's the most generous I've ever seen. We have what we call a hybrid ninery. So it starts like a binary, but then you add all these additional lanes of business. And they after 12 years, they even had even someone hit the top rank in the company. It just continues to pay and pay and pay. Can you imagine making $1 million a month? This is what this business model allows you to do. Infinite pay, building, that organization. And then you've got your level, which is your residual, right? So we get paid 6 levels of generation, no matter what. Doesn't based on rank or volume or anything. And if you become one of our diamond statuses, it's 10%. 10%. On everyone in your organization, their customers. How many would love to get paid 10% on someone's million of customers? Because it's going to happen to somebody, right?
Sure.
But this gives the company long-term stability because the product sells itself, right? But then, so you can be part of both or one, right? We have places of business that they'll make the majority of their money just on the unit level, right? They don't have to build an organization. It's do what you want here. No rules. So we have our top 5 bonuses, customer 30%, start bonus. You're going to get little bonuses on people, big bonuses, I should say, when people just come and join your business. Unilevel, we talked about that. Group bonus, is a 30%, up to 30%, all those pay lanes. Matching group, meaning if you bring people in and they make money and you're helping them, the company rewards you for helping someone else make money. Isn't that great? I love that because it feels like it's a community. It's everyone trying to help each other, like lift each other up, because we all are winning, right, at the same time. So either way, if you want to be, I always say get wholesale, right? You want to get the best price. Customers can get the same price as us, right? That's pretty cool. 20 to 50% off. If you want to be a customer, it's just a one-time $25 membership, as long as you put an order once every 6 months. So you don't have to be putting orders in every single month to get your discount, but they do expect you to at least buy like a $25 box once every 6 months just to keep that wholesale price, which is fair, right?
Yep.
Because you're getting up to 50% off. You get some product promotions. They do these buy two, get twos every month. They have special kits that are discounted. You get those as well. You can't earn commissions and you're not part of the organization, but if you decide to change your mind later, that's possible as a prime customer, and you won't pay the $25 because you already paid it. Or you become a member of the company, again, only $25. You get all those perks. You do get a website. You get placed in the organization immediately, which means there's going to be hundreds, maybe thousands of people put underneath you. I don't know, maybe days, weeks, months, right? But you also get what they, I don't know how you explain it, but the owner is very generous. He's a marketing genius, in my opinion, because if you're part of the company, he does what they call these free product promotions, which we're actually running one kind of right now, which I'll talk about. And what he believes is if he gives the people that he's working with in his own company free product, right? What are you going to do?
Well, you're going to share that. You're going to share that with people.
Exactly. It's genius.
Yeah.
It's like when a restaurant opens and they're like, come on in, we're giving you free food, right? Because people get that food in, it's free, and they're like, this is so good, and they're going to go share it, right?
Yep.
Same concept here. I've never seen a company do it, but he's very generous like that. He gives you free product because he wants more product in people's mouths, right? He doesn't care if you resell it or do whatever you're going to do with it, use it yourself. But the whole point is that give back mentality. It's really truly a give back company or pay it forward company, right? Because he's giving it to you, you're giving it to someone else, they're giving it to someone else. It's almost like a snowball effect. So we're really known here, even in our teams, of just giving away free samples, right? Because when we get the free, we're giving it to our friends and family to try it, because once you try it, you can never stop thinking about it. I guarantee. Yeah. So you get to be first in the USA and Canada, limitless earning potential. Like I said, there has not been a limit yet of what you can earn. In fact, the owner said, I want 30 Americans in the next couple of years making $1 million a month. It's possible. And he goes, I want that to happen. He said, you Americans, you have the most influence, right? The most influence of any country in the world. He said, it should be no problem, right? We just got to get out there and share. Again, we have statuses, not ranks. It's just the amount of product that you buy. You can start as little as 100, go all the way to 3,000. If you start at 1, you can work your way up, meaning you just pay the difference. So if you did 100 and want to do 200, you pay 100. Does that make sense? You never lose your status or the amount of product that you buy. And so I always say it like this. Wouldn't you rather get paid the most as the very top earner in the company? Why do you want to start down here and earn your way up through ranks and team and all that? What if I wanted to come in and make the most as the top earner in the company? I could do that from day one. And that's exactly what I did. I invested in a diamond kit. I wanted a lot of product for myself to use, my family to use. I needed product to sample. My goal was to give this product to 200 people in my first year of business. And half of those people joined me. Yep. That's a good percentage. And if I didn't have all that product, I couldn't have done that. Right. Mm-hmm. And I also didn't lose any money because I made the most right from day one as the people that I was working with at the top of the company. Right. And I remember it was motivation for me. I wanted to make my money back quick. I got all this product and I got free product and things like that. But I remember my first month, I made $4,700, and that was life-changing for me. And I've never looked back. One-time investment, all my products get paid out of my balance, so nothing ever comes out of my bank account. Yep. And I can't even do the math on the return of the ROI on that. I think it's $300,000 or something like that of how much money I've made on that one-time investment. I don't know of any stock market or any investment that you can make that kind of return. But I get it. If you're on a budget, you can build up to it. Right now, because you're on here and you're here first, the company is running a promotion. If you do the 600, 1,800, or 3,000, they're going to give you a coupon in your back office for the next month for free products. So if you do 600, they're going to give you $100 coupon, $1,800, $300 coupon, $3,500 coupon. And that $3,000 kit is worth $4,700 in value, meaning you're getting $4,700 in product because it's a kit. So it's discounted way below wholesale. So it's $4,700 worth of product at $3,000. You're going to get another $500 from the company next month and a coupon. And then I'm matching it for anybody that decides to do that with ELias and his team. So I will give you like another 500 in free products if that makes sense. So now is a really great time. So I really believe a year from now, after hearing what we've talked about tonight, you know, if you don't jump on this now, you wish you had, right? You're going to wish you started today. I have people 3 years from now that are probably wishing they, you know, would have started with me back then.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. I know I could talk forever and I don't mean to do that, but I'm here to ask questions and anything that you need to know before you get started.
Yeah, guys. So if anybody has any questions to ask for Tina, you go right ahead and we'll share those with her. She's got a massive depth of knowledge, and Tina and I decided that we were going to work on some projects together here because we want to overhaul this industry. I'm just going to be, you guys, you know, I'm transparent. You know, my family started one of the largest direct sell news network marketing companies in the world, New Skin Enterprises. I was with them for 10 years. I got burnt out because I got tired of all the drama, the fighting, the politic, everything that went along with it, the stuff you don't see. I got to see behind the scenes. I didn't like it. So I got burnt out and I sold off my distributorship to one of my uncles. And I vowed I'd never come back into this industry because I didn't like what it did to people. You know, there are fundamental issues, and I vowed that if I came back in, I would overhaul it. There's a way to do this, and we're transitioning. Tina and I have talked about this a lot. We recognize we're transitioning into a new world of how we do business, and it's no longer service to self, it's service to others. And more people are starting to recognize that, and they want to be part of a tribe. So we're building a tribe mindset. And I have 4 cores that I live off of in my tribal mindset: love, service to others, teaching people, you know, how to ascend, you know, and my 4th pillar, skip my brain, sorry, it's been a long day, but it's all about helping people so that they can help themselves. Because once we do that, they're going to feel like they belong, because everybody wants to feel like they belong someplace, especially right now with the way the world is. You know, after the last 3 years we've all been through, Tina's been through it, I've been through it, we've all been through it, where our families have been split apart, they've been divided because of internal politics within our family dynamic. Some believe in the crap that was forced on us and some did not, you know, so we're all surviving in regards to that, but we're choosing to elevate ourselves, right? We are all about teaching people this new way of living, this new way of conducting business. It's the quantum world, guys. Whether you want to participate or not, it doesn't really matter because it's happening. It's transitioning and we get to participate. We just get to choose at what level we want to participate in this new quantum realm. You know, a lot of people talk about, hey, there's a new financial system that's coming. It's called the quantum financial system, where it's going to overhaul the old way we did business, the old way we did commerce, with the new way of doing it, which makes it fair and a level playing field for everybody now, instead of just the elite, right? We get to do that. We get to make those things for you guys. And so Tina and I are working on creating a system that I'm hoping within the next month or so we're going to release, that's going to be able to walk people through step by step by step how you can set not just this business up, but be successful overall in your life, incorporating certain values and principles that are fundamental no matter what. All right. And this is how we're doing this. We're going to overhaul this industry and make it a a place where people want to come to instead of run away from, because that's the
Yeah.
old school, right? The old school
Nobody likes
thought.
that.
Nobody likes it. Nobody likes the Uncle Joe that comes to the family
Mm-mm.
reunion and, oh, hey,
Mm-mm.
by the way, and everybody goes the other direction, right? Nobody likes that.
No.
People want to feel like they are included and not excluded. And that's what we're trying to develop and create a cohesive mindset here. And that's what I love about this.
Yeah.
The owner of the company is a very spiritual man. I can
He is.
see that. I can sense that about him. He is not a typical capitalistic mindset person where it's me, 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 me. He
Mhm.
actually really is about spreading the wealth out and trying to make a level playing field and opportunity that
Yeah.
everybody can succeed, right? What I
Yeah,
don't
I
think he
know him.
counted on
Yeah.
was the American mindset of how we do business over
Yeah,
here
we're
compared to the rest of
spoiled.
the world.
We're spoiled, but that's okay.
Let's see here. Oh, Cindy Singleton, she said, New Skin was the first MLM company my husband and I got involved with. Yeah, there we go. Well, they laid the foundation in a lot of ways, these
Yeah.
other companies. But there's a new way of doing business, guys. And I want to address something here. I talked to Tina earlier about this. So we hear all this buzz about the newest, latest, greatest in frequency technology, right?
Yeah.
Right. Frequency in supplementation,
Yeah.
frequency in
We're throwing
technology.
words around. Yeah.
Right. These buzzwords. Okay. So you guys, there's an organization out there and multiple organizations. I'm going to say that they're coming out with what they claim is a replicator where, hey, you can, if you want fruits and vegetables or drinks, you'll be able to replicate your favorite food in this food replicator. Except the problem with that is you cannot replicate the nutrient value that you would get by partaking in the actual fruit itself. These are three-dimensional printers. They're 3D printers. And so you might feel filled up, but you're still going to be malnourished because there's no nutrient. They're nutrient
Yeah.
dense. That's not what they're going to tell you guys.
Yeah.
That's
You
the
have to give
problem.
it from a living source,
That's right.
a living
It-
active source.
it's a marketing gimmick. It's a
Yeah.
whole marketing gimmick. And sadly, our people will take that hook, line, and sinker. And that's the thing. And it's crazy. We literally have the next generation of health and wellness. This is why it's called high-tech health. This is
Mhm.
the next generation of high-tech health itself.
Mhm.
And I know it's a trick in people's psyche because we're told, oh, candy's not good. We should limit our intake of candy. And here we have a candy, right? Application that is
Yeah.
chock full of nutrients.
Yeah.
So I know that's
Molasses has 5 times the powerful antioxidants than blueberries. And
Mhm.
it's in our product, beets. It's all the stuff that our cells recognize. And I have to still go back to people are like desensitized to sugar, right? Because we've got it in our brain, sugar bad, sugar bad, sugar bad. Where I'm seeing these people that have been on keto diets who their livers and gallbladders and stuff are like they're going into kidney failure because they've overdid the fat, right? And they stopped doing the sugars that their cells need for energy and production, right? And so I have to go back to, it was genius that they put it in this form because it's everything your cell recognizes. It's everything it needs to uptake up to that 100% absorption level. It honestly is. And that's where I feel like the science here has matched the nature, right? It's like science and nature have come together into one. And now that you can't go back.
That's right. You can't. It's like I say, it's transcending, and it's again, it's this new world that we're going into. It's the restoration plan. A lot of us talk about this restoration mindset and collective consciousness on the planet, where we want to make our world a better place to live.
Yeah.
Well, now we have a way of putting the I got to be careful because I can't say certain words on here or we'll get dinged. So we want to put the drug makers out of business, right? Because pharmakia, it's really simple. Pharmakia is actually in the book of Revelation. And when you look up the actual literal translation of the word pharmakia in Greek or Latin, It means sorcery. It means witchcraft. Okay.
Yeah.
And when you were talking earlier about how our product cleanses out the liver, detoxes, there is a documentary. It's a mini series. I think it's 6 parts. It's called Painkillers, and it's the true
Mhm.
story of the
Mhm.
family who created
Mhm.
one of those powerful painkillers,
Yeah.
synthetic opioids.
Yep.
And what they were showing was on the autopsies, when people were dying of overdose, they
Mhm.
were literally showing these pills in their liver that had not deteriorated, didn't break down. They're literally in whole parts
Yeah.
embedded in their liver. It was I talk about a visualization. It was
Yeah.
compelling. Um, wow, wow.
Mhm.
Well, I would love to do another presentation. I want to do this on a regular basis, and maybe the next one we can focus more on the skincare stuff.
Yeah, I have a
You
whole
know,
beauty one. I have an entire one just on our weight loss product that's pretty powerful if you're wanting to know
yeah,
more about what's going on in that industry and how, again, how we're so unique and why we're setting a trend. Like, I
yes,
really believe that, like, I get that things aren't perfect. I know the owner gives us kind of more flexibility, which can be good and bad because we got to figure some things out on our own, right, Elias? Right?
yes,
That's okay because if you're the right people with the right team, right, you're golden.
correct. Yep,
Um, but yeah, I mean, there's just so much out there as far as the trend setting that this company is just it's setting the bar so high that most people, and we know this if you're in the industry, everyone's struggling. Okay. The industry is really having a hard time.
yes.
They're I don't know what they call them. They're taking people's accounts away. They're changing compensation plans. They're raising prices of products. Right? Our owners never raised prices of products once in 12
No,
years.
these are the most affordable supplements I've ever seen because every freaking supplement out there is overpriced and underdelivered in what they actually
Yeah.
give you.
Yeah.
It's all hype. It's all hype. I'm going to tell you guys something. So LifeWave, they make a stem cell patch. Well, our products actually also heal your stem cells and help actually generate and allow your cells to regenerate itself. So
Mhm.
your stem cells are just as equally activated through our products too. Okay. Here's something that's interesting though. See, LifeWave, they've been around a long time, like 19, 20 years. And they're just now hitting, they're just going up. They're hitting $600 million this year in
Yeah.
sales. Good for them. But here's the problem. They just got slapped by the FDA. So now LifeWave, you can't use the terms stem cell activation. Everything they built that product on, the X39, the terminology, you can no longer use those terms. So
Yeah.
how are those people going to go out there and effectively market that when you can't use the very terms that it was intended and created to be able to help with?
Yeah.
See,
Plus,
this is what happens.
yeah. Plus, they're still using like a subdermal delivery system, right, with the patches, which is
Yep,
just not superior. I
yep,
don't know. There's not one product that's using submucosal because if again, it's our technology, it's under wraps, nobody has it, they've kept it in secret. But to me, it's just if you go to those IV drip places or if you work in the hospital or a nurse, right, it's like shooting an IV of nutrients into your bloodstream every single
yes,
time you put one of those in your mouth,
yep.
right?
I'll give you a testimony. So I have a really good dear friend and his wife back in New Jersey. His name is I'll just call him Dr. Michael. And he's been a practicing oh, chiropractor. He's also a naturopath and he's a Chinese medicine
Mhm.
specialist. All right. So he's got a very broad base of understanding of different modalities here. Right. And he started using our products back in July. They signed up and, he wanted to try it out on his patients because he's
Mhm.
always wanted to try certain products out on different patients to see if it's effective or not. It's a good way to gauge whether or not you really want to bring a product into your practice and just start going, gangbusters with it.
Yeah.
So they reported back to me last week that they've had amazing feedback from a lot of their patients, and they've had amazing feedback from other fellow
Mhm.
physicians who've been using the product as well, and are now wanting to know more about
Yeah.
this. So it's once this starts picking up steam, and it's
Mhm.
going to,
And it's gonna
because
be
we're
validated
going
too.
Yes, exactly. It's great to be validated. It's great to be validated. And
Yeah.
we have the best team. We
Yeah,
really do
we
have
really
a team
do.
that cares.
Yeah. And we're not just saying that to say that, but I like you, Elias, I've been in the industry not as long as you, but I've had, my experiences. And I always said if I was going to do it, I was going to, do it the right way. Right. But I had to fight against the norm. Right. And unfortunately, people like
Mhm.
that usually get left behind, or you get, you know, screwed and things like that from other people in the company because they know you're,
Yep.
trying to do it the right way, not their way.
Yep.
And I've never felt this way or that way at all. The minute I joined this company, it's just been like such a community of giving, loving people. And I really believe that we're growing maybe at a certain pace because we're trying to find the right people, right? The people that they're looking for us, right? They're coming.
Yep.
What's that
Yep.
show with baseball, right? They're coming. Um,
Oh, build the dreams. If you build it, they will
Yeah,
come.
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that I feel like it's that way. If we build it and we keep sharing and putting it out there, they'll come. And I really feel
Yes.
like this whole shift, like you said, of people changing the industry where it's all about gonna be about helping people. It's all about
Yes.
paying it forward
Service
and
to others. Yes.
yes, service to others. It that's the mentality of the owner and the people that it's not a corporation. They're not money grabbers, right? They will
Mhm.
never ever have a corporation. In fact, if they have somebody in the company that doesn't see eye to eye, they're gone, right? We've seen that
Mhm.
happen. So he's
Yep.
not he gets it. He's like this is his purpose. This is his family's purpose. But it's so fun with him because I have gotten to know him. I did the summer academy where we were on the island for 5 days playing Survivor. He sees the joy. He just loves people having experiences. He loves rewarding. He loves to give back. It just brings the biggest smile to his face when you tell him thank you or you give up. He hugs people. He goes around hugging everyone, right? Even during the pandemic, right? Where you're only supposed to hug people and he's gonna hug you. He's gonna love on you. He's just that type of person. And they're young. They're only in their mid-30s. So this gonna be around for a long time. I can't wait to see what's coming up. I know it's great. Like we could go on and on. I mean, we
Yeah.
know we have the
Well,
Iditarod.
we'll close it down here, guys, because we're gonna make this a regular thing. I just want you guys to know that Tina and I are very mindful about consistency and developing consistent patterns and consistency in your guys' lives. Because right now, as chaotic as the whole world is outside of the four walls of our homes or our offices, we have to have consistency. And that's what provides us normalcy in our life, where we feel like we can go, we can be a part of something. And that's what we're going to build. That's what we're trying to create here with you
Yeah.
guys. All right. And so, this is why we're doing this. And I'll be honest with you. Um, you know, I wasn't looking for this. I was not looking for this. I was transitioning out of a quantum healing company, shall we say, and I was going to start working on other projects. This came out of left field. It was the right time at the right place, which is usually the it's the way things really work out. That's why you know that God is helping you and God is putting things in your pathway, the right people in your pathway. And it may take two or three people to get to the actual person you're supposed to connect with, right?
Yeah.
And you may have some trying relationships to get to that person,
Mhm.
but everything works out the way it's supposed to work out, right?
Mhm.
And so in this movement, we've been chastised over the last 3 years that we should be shamed in promoting a product to our audiences and to people that'll listen. You know, not anymore.
Mhm.
I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to be shamed because I want to stand behind a product that is life altering. I've seen hundreds of people now whose lives have changed because of this product. So you can't sit there and just keep this quietly to yourself, hoping that somebody will find out about this in some way. Hell no. I'm
Mhm.
shouting this from the freaking rooftops, and
Yeah.
I'm getting involved into this stuff because you know what? I got a responsibility to people, and
Mhm.
I want people to be able to heal. I want people to be able to heal physically and emotionally because it's all connected. It is
Mhm.
all
Yeah.
connected.
Mhm.
So, anyway,
Yep. Yep. And I
thank
always
you.
say you'd
I
rather have your
appreciate you.
friends and of course. Share with your friends and family first because they're gonna find out about it. It's just a matter of time. I've
They
already
are.
seen it happen where so and so introduced their so and so's friend and family, and now they're all upset but I'm like, but you didn't open your mouth and share, and they did, and that's what I'm saying. It is a matter of time. And I just feel like this whole discussion, again, we could go on and on, but I just feel so privileged and honored to even have me come on, just to
Well,
introduce,
thank you.
to your special audience, because I know you guys are all like amazing people. And I wish I could have commented back on some of these comments, but I see a lot of thank yous in here. But I want to say thank you to you. Thank you for coming and making this time to be enlightened, to have this higher level of knowledge, because I really do believe knowledge is power. It's done me really well in life. And we'll always continue learning, right? That's growth. So,
Absolutely.
thank you for being here tonight.
You bet. Thank you, divine ones. We love you. And we'll catch you guys around next time. And as I always say, watch your six, keep your head on that swivel, uh, stay true north to yourself, and keep your powder dry, guys. I love you. We love you. And have a blessed rest of your evening.